I didn't have a coach. I didn't have nobody telling me how to be more confident, but it was just repetition of doing and facing my fears over and over again. I will just give you a quick slight intro. This is my guy Truly, right? You see him looking super fly and confident and successful right now.
Truly,
We met
truly.
yeah. We met down in Georgia. When y'all seen that whole meetup go on, it was in Georgia in the A, and we ran into each other. Actually, it was after the whole podcast event, and we had the MFU link up going on over at the bar, and then boom, he was standing out with these fly green pants and this fly like zebra looking jacket, and it just sparked a conversation, which was awesome. He even mentioned how important it is to have those like conversation starter pieces on. You know what I mean? When you go out to network, and I kind of took a lot of mental notes on this. But it came down to just like confidence being so important. And that he was like, yo, I'm a confidence coach. I was like, I could tell. I could hear it in every word you say. You feel me? And I remember him even asking this question. It stood out to me too, bro. He was like, yo, at what point do you like feel like you lacking confidence? And I just remember feeling like I don't really be having those moments no more. You know what I mean? You just kind of like, yeah, that's dope. You know what I mean? Like I had so many of those early on, and I've like, for me, it was just like I didn't have a coach. I didn't have nobody telling me how to be more confident, but it was just repetition of doing and facing my fears over and over again. And then eventually, like now I can just like speak to people, you know what I mean? But I promise you at one point I was not even, there's no way I would have did something like this. You know what I mean? Like talk to somebody and like even out in public, being able to meet you, like when we would have linked up, you would have had one yes or no answer. Like, but I'm on a whole nother level. I feel like I'm on a whole other side, other end of the spectrum. Like did a whole 180. And so, yeah, I just embodied it through action and consistency. But the way you was speaking on it, it just made me go, oh, there's a whole like way that you can deliver this and package this that people can actually gain from it and like receive it in a way where it's like, okay, these are actionable steps I can take in like a whole different mindset that I can embody. And I've never looked at myself as like this coach or, teacher or nothing. So to hear it in the way that you put it was magical, man. But yeah, we got Truly in the building. Truly. I said I'm gonna call it Truly Tuesday. I don't know if that's a thing you already got going on, but I like making
Yeah,
up little names.
yeah, man. So I want to keep a value at the end. I got a bunch of gifts and fun stuff to give away.
Mm.
But yeah, bro, it's funny you say that because my Instagram name originally was Truly Tuesday.
Oh,
And
that's fire.
what happened was college, and I had this crazy idea to like go to random people and then be like, "Hey, I'm famous. Want to take a picture?" And
I might get try that. That's cool. Okay.
it's
Yeah.
so funny because I mean, I wasn't serious, but it just became this thing, this experience where I ended up getting a lot of interaction off of doing that. And what I would do is every Tuesday I post the photos. So every
Mm.
Tuesday it'll be a Truly Tuesday of me doing that. So yeah, man, I did have something like that going on. And I just changed my name to Truly 2 times. As you could imagine, I say Truly 2 times.
Yeah. Yeah. Truly. That's fire, bro. And then I know we kind of, man, I don't know, that conversation probably went for like 2, 3 hours. And
Yeah, man.
I know,
Just to kind of catch the people up, what it
yeah.
is, bro, it's the science of confidence, per my life. And so I've been a coach for a long time, but it wasn't revealed to me until I began to invest in self-development and
Mm.
spend my money on these conferences and events. And what happened, bro, 2022, I hit 6 figures for the first time with 2 jobs. And a friend of mine said, "Hey, I love how you interact and engage with people. These are total strangers. You should be a confidence coach." I'm like, what the hell is that? You know,
Right.
and to do my research and pry and peel back these layers, what I discovered was it was more than being confident. It was my delivery, my approach, my view on it. And to kind of go deeper, you mentioned consistency and competence. So my framework, Truly Confident in 5 Moves, what time, bro, is broken down how I'm able to get everybody like me. You know what I'm saying? So uh you already two-fifths of the way there because you've been consistent with your competency, or in better words, you've been doing what you've been doing for a long time. And in doing that, you build up competency, which also builds up consistency. And the other 3 layers that I educate people on is cash flow, clothing, and then consultation. Now,
Clothing,
cash
cash
flow.
flow, clothing.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So confident in 5 moves. You can be confident like me, and the only way I can coach is if I coach on what I've already done, right? And so, my cheat code was this: the girls, they pretty, you nervous, what you gonna do? You can't make it about you. That's too much. But if you got a product, how about the product? So
Mm-hmm.
my discovery of this was going to like summer school and having like food left over that I wasn't gonna eat anyway. Give it to the pretty girls, man. Conversation starter. Hungry.
Start a conversation. Yeah, yeah,
And so that snowballed to me in high school, and I began to sell food. And then
yeah.
I became this entrepreneur. Had my classmates working for me in high school or whatnot, and it progressed. And now I'm able to say, okay, I can make it less about me and more about the product. Well, to kind of side note why I'm even an entrepreneur or a business owner, I believe it's in everyone's right to monetize essentials, meaning get whatever you need and then sell the rest. And so when it comes to clothing, that's a hack, right? When it comes to, like I said, cunctation is procrastination, right? We all struggle with that to a degree. And
Mm-hmm.
my 2 cents is it's not about destroying your self-esteem and saying, I procrastinate. Oh man, I feel bad. No, no, no. We're gonna procrastinate less.
Yeah,
We can do that.
yeah.
That's manageable. So I preach
Mm-hmm.
that. So to kind of give it a quick overview, cunctation, consistency, competence, clothing, and the last thing is cash flow. One of my gifts, or one of my many gifts that all of us share, is we're a part of friend groups where we can be vocal and hold each other accountable. And the accountable part about cash flow is if you know what to do to make more money, or you know what you can do to make more money, but it's so normal to you, you don't find the value, gotta double down. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I was so focused on I was so focused on making money the way I wanted to make money. When it was revealed to me what people actually were interested in, I said, man, that's easy to me. There ain't no money in that. I do that without thinking. But the whole time, that's the thing to be pushing. And so for a lot of us, we have skill sets that we overlook, right? Some of us are great organizers, but overlook it because we've already been organized. Some of us are good at making food, but don't think about it because we've been doing it our whole life, right? Some of
Yeah,
us,
every day.
some of us just good with money. You know what I'm saying? Mothers in the house, hey y'all. Single fathers in the house, what's up, bro? You good at
Yeah.
provision and waking up and having a set schedule to get everybody to their places on time. All these natural born skill sets we can monetize. And so to wrap this thing up, the key essential is monetize your lifestyle. Things that you're good at, right? Monetize that and then outsource what you're bad at. So in my case, I love making content, but the clients and the customers love consistency. So we
Yeah.
gonna outsource that, and I'm okay with not being consistent. And
Yeah, yeah.
the love consistency. So
Mhm.
we find software and systems to do just that.
Yep. And I seen the money in your hand. I didn't know if that was gonna be something you was gonna speak on. I remember you whipped it out on. You said, "Yeah, this is a part of it." When you
I
walk
was like, oh,
around.
they can't see the sauce. So,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna share something with y'all, man. It's gonna blow your mind. All right, so I ain't always been this fly and flashy. You feel me? When they say, "Man, you look so put together," I say, "Yeah, it's intentional."
Mm-hmm.
So here's what happened. I'm in Atlanta. Just got out of college. I graduated college at 23, even though I went to school 7 years. I know, right? And when I got home, I started with nothing. Uh, I get to my cousin's studio and I'm hanging, chilling, doing my thing, freelance graphic design, web design, part design, because I have a degree in architecture. Now my homeboy does videos. He's a photographer, videographer, etc. He said, "Hey man, I got this photo shoot. Run me to the stove. We come back." I said, "Wait, what's that in your hand?" He got $10,000. I said, "Man, what's that, bro? What you doing? Buy a shirt or something." He said, nah, man, it's prop money for my shoot later on. I said, well, let me just hold 10,000 and get it back to you. And I would have you to know, $10,000 of Hollywood prop money. It touched me in a way that I didn't expect. Holding that 10 bands, I said, man, you know what? I'm gonna sit on this till he asks for it back. And I want to challenge myself to see if I can make more money with this 10 grand in my pocket. And instantly, I felt this calm come over me. I was like, bruh, we've been pushing for the money so long. Just having the idea of the cash puts me in a better vibe, right? And so,
even though it's not even real.
Even though it's not even real, bro. Because for a lot of us,
real.
dog,
But it's real. Let me not even say that.
For first off, the real money is the funny money. But for a lot of us, bro, we don't even count 10,000 in anything, 100,000 in anything, a million in anything.
Right.
Listen, if I could count a million pennies, I'd be a changed man. If I go through a million pages of printer paper, I'd be forever changed.